Hey everyone, PDT here, and welcome to a very special live stream of My Immortal, the fanfic that couldn't. It's a Harry Potter fanfic. It's terrible. In case you've not read the first 17 chapters, I've got them all in a playlist on my YouTube channel. Welcome. If you're joining me, I can see nobody is, but you might be watching this afterwards. I just need to do a bit of admin at the top of things. Make sure that people actually know that I'm now online and going. So let's just how do I get a link for this stream? Probably impossible to do that, but let's find out. Oh dear, no, there we go, there's my live stream. Share. Oh, and something's just happened on my computer in the background, so that's exciting. Online now, and about to read some Harry Potter. Fanfic. Yeah, so how are you? The whole idea of this stream is going to be just me chilling out on a Saturday afternoon, reading some Harry Potter. If I get some viewers, I'll answer questions and things and just generally chat. There we go. You can see me more in the centre now. Heaven forbid that you wouldn't be able to see all of me. I don't usually edit these things. I do usually edit them. What am I saying? So this is the problem. I can't now go back and just chop out that bit, which is what I would normally do. I don't edit them very much, certainly once I'm into the story. But yeah, let's post it on Twitter. Because really, the more people that know about this and ignore it, the better I will feel. Yeah. And yeah, it's almost 3:30, so I'm going to begin at about 3:30. I don't think anybody really cares at this point, but let's tweet it out there. Tell the whole wide world what crazy thing I'm up to. So I mean, really, this is just the admin-y bit at the beginning. It's alright, I'll put a thing saying the actual thing starts at a certain time code in the video. I'm just having problems. Problems. Basically, the Twitter thing isn't... My Twitter app is being crap. I can't seem to get it in the right place. Look, it's... No, it's XXX. See, the problem is I've not done this in a while as well. So, this is going to be rupee. There we go. Okay, cool. So, I'm online. Apparently, I'm at chapter 18 in this process. So, I say process like it's some kind of actual worthy thing. It's not. So that was chapters 1 to 11. Well, how exciting were they? Yeah. Chapters 12 to 22. So, ideally, I'll get to at least chapter 20 in this session. And if I don't, well, who cares? Chapter 16, chapter 17, chapter 18. Ah, yes. There was an old gothic man flew, and he had long black hair, and he had a black robe that said Avril Lavigne on the back, and of course it was Dumbledore. That was where we left off. I don't know. Oh yeah, Voldemort was tossing around the thous and the these. Anyway, time for chapter 18. Author's note. I said stop flamming. If you do, then you're a fucking prep. Yeah, you're all preps. If you're watching this right now, you're a fucking prep. To Raven for the help and stuff, you rock. I guess her character's now unkilled. You're nutter prep. Thanks for my sota. P.S. That other person Dumbledore swore is Oh, the other reason her writing's getting worse, Dumbledore swore, is because he's trying to be gothic, so dare. Someone's just tweeted me saying, "Are you wearing a costume?" No, obviously not. But watch and find out. Duh. That was not, you know. That annoys me. Anyway, that's the author's note out of the way. So 666 XXX 66XX 66 XXX XXX XXXL. That's the size of this jumper. I woke up the next day in my coffin. I walked out, so we've just completely ignored what happened at the end of the previous chapter. Okay, fine. I walked out of it and put on some black eyeliner, black eyeshadow, blood bed lipstick. They're all blood beds by the time you finish with them, aren't they? And a black, really low-cut leather dress. All right, bit slutty for a school, you know. That was all ripped and in stripes, so you could see my belly. So is there actually any costume here? Because it's really low cuts. It's down to like there. But also you can see her belly, which starts about there. So really it's just this that's covered. And there's your actual thumbnail for the video. I mean, that's stunning. I was wearing a skull belly ring with black and red diamonds inside it. I mean, she is loaded. It's probably not real diamonds, is it? It's just, yeah. And then in brackets, the night before Draco and I went back to the skull. Get it? Skull, 'cause I'm gothic and I like death. Not enough to spell death correctly, but she really likes death. Dumbledore chased Voldemort away. We flew there on our brooms. Mine was black, and the broom stuff was blood red. Okay. There was lace all over it. That's got to slow you down. That's not aerodynamic at all. Draco had a black MCR broom. I mean, the fact that they're doing licensed, branded broomsticks, that's strange. But, you know, I guess it makes sense. Get yourselves in on the merchandising, guys. We went back to our rooms and we had You Know What to a Linkin Park song. I feel like I know what. I'm still not convinced that you do. I'm not wearing a costume. I don't want to waste my time if you're not wearing a costume. I'm not. Sorry. I mean, just dealing with idiots on Twitter takes up most of my day. That's why I've not done many My Immortals. It's like, oh, are you wearing a costume? No, I'm not. Actually. And that's fine. Fine, I am wearing a costume. These are like Harry Potter glasses. They're nothing like Harry Potter glasses. Well, anyway, I went down to the Great Hall. There were all the walls that were painted black, and the tables were black too. But you could see that there was pink paint underneath the black paint. I mean, I guess if it's like jet hot pink, then you've got to go black in order to, you know, make it look at all presentable. And there were posters of poser bands everywhere, like Ashlee Simpson and the Backstreet Boys. WTF, I shouted, going to sit next to Bloody Mary and Willow. Wasn't Willow dead and, like, molested by Lupin when she was dead or something? Bloody Mary was wearing a black leather... This is Hermione, by the way, who you'll remember was orphan. They weren't her real parents, and she was actually a vampire. As was Neville. Or I think Dracula, we're calling him now. Yeah. Bloody Mary was wearing a black leather mini with a good Shraloot t-shirt, black fishnets, and black pointy boots. Willow was wearing a long gothic black dress with blood red writing that was all lacy and came up to your thighs, and black boots and fishnets. Vampire, Dracula, and Draco came. I mean, again, I just can't help but read it in that intonation every time she mentions come, because it's just easier to presume. We started to talk about who was sexier, Mikey or Gerard Way or Billy Joe Armstrong. No opinion. The boys joined in because they were bi. Yeah. Neville's bi now as well. Those guys are so fucking hot, Neville was saying, as suddenly a gothic old man with a black beard and everything came. He was the same one who chased away Voldemort yesterday. Yeah, it's going to be Dumbledore, isn't it? He had normal tan skin. Oh, hello, I have a viewer. Hello, a viewer. I don't know who you are, viewer. But, yeah. Bye. Bye, viewer. Oh, well. Easy come, easy go, you know? Oh, and one's back. I can't see who anyone is, I don't think. I don't think it'll tell me. Nope. Hello, anonymous viewer. So anyway, he had normal tan skin, but he was wearing white foundation, and he had dyed his hair black. ... Dumbledore? We all gasped. Yeah, you already said that, because he was the one who chased Voldemort away in the previous chapter. WTF, I shouted angrily. I thought he was just wearing that to scare Voldemort. That's Voldemort's twin brother, and all of them are kind of like sort of incest cousins of Voldemort. Hello, everyone, he said happily. Oh, not real Gothic. As you can see, I gave the room a makeover. What do you think about it? Everyone from the poser table in Gryffindor started to cheer. I think every table in Gryffindor is the poser table, as far as I can tell. She's taken all of the main characters out of Gryffindor, because Gryffindor is where the preps are. So, well, we Goths just looked at each other all disgusted and shook our heads. We couldn't believe what a poser he was. BTW, you can call me Albert. He called as we left to our classes. So, yeah, new style for Dumbledore, new name. New, just like, desperately wanting friendships. What a fucking poser, Draco shouted angrily, as we to transformation. We were holding hands. Vampire looked really jealous. Remember, Vampire is Harry Potter in this. Don't know why, but they're all fucking each other anyway. I could see him crying blood in a Gothic way. Is there any other way to cry blood? And then, get it? Waylick Gerard. But I didn't say anything. I bet he's having a midlife crisis, Willow shouted. I was so fucking angry. Wow, okay. So that's chapter 18 taken care of. Do just send in any questions if you've got them. Otherwise, I'm just keeping going. Chapter 19 is titled I'm Not Okay, I Promise. So I guess I should probably warn about, you know, this story does have like themes of self-harm and things. It's, yeah, if you've never heard one of these before, it's pretty grim at times. So, begins with an author's note. Please stop flaming the story. If you do, you're a fucking prep and you're jealous, okay? I mean, I don't think there's a chapter so far that's begun with please stop flaming, in various forms of spelling. You know, I think even the one where she was like, please stop flaming, I've gone to the hospital. I didn't get this chapter out because I went to the hospital because I cut myself. I think even that one started with please stop flaming. So, yeah. From Knockun, I'm gone. Oh, hello, Tom. Thank you. Cool. From Knock On, I'm going to I'm going to delete your mean reviols. BTW, everyone's a poor blood, so dare. Christ, I mean, look at this. How am I even meant to try? And, I mean, you can see it backwards, but it's not making any more sense. So anyway, XXX66XX. All day we sat angrily thinking about Dumbledore. We were so fucking pissed off. Yeah, I mean, it's almost like he's trying to... I'm hoping what's going to happen is Dumbledore's trying reverse psychology. He's like, well, if I dress up as a Gothic, then they'll all think Gothic isn't cool anymore. And, you know, that's the kind of teaching that Dumbledore would actually do. But I suspect not. Well, I had one thing to look forward to. That MCR concert. It had been postponed so we could all go. Had it been postponed so you could all go, or postponed which meant you could all go, and it's postponed anyway? If I had to have send with a Harry Potter character, which would you choose? Tom, did you write My Immortal? That's exactly the kind of typo. I'd probably choose the ones who's of legal age. I'd go for Tonks. She's a bit kind of punky and a bit sort of... Yeah, I'd go for Tonks. Although, you know, I reckon Arthur Weasley's a demon in the sack. Anyway, back to the story. Anyway, I went to the common room. I went to the common room, sadly, to cut classes. I mean, is that not going to be the first place they'll look? Draco was being all secretive. I asked what it was, and he got all mad me. Mad men? I don't know, and started crying all hot and angsty. Look, there's nothing hot about crying. I mean, I've done crying, you know, you're just like streaming down your face, your cheeks are all puffy and red, it's just snot everywhere. There's nothing hot about, apart from the fact that your face is physically quite hot. There's a lot angsty about crying though. And then in brackets, aren't sensitive bi guys so hot? I don't know, Tom, you're a sensitive bi guy. Are you so hot? Let me know in the chat. Oh, he's gone. That sounds about right. Just too sensitive. Yeah. No one fucking understands me, he shouted angrily as his black hair went in his big blue eyes, like Billy Joe in Boulevard of Broken Dreams. Oh, hello, Tom. Yeah, it says there's no people watching, so maybe this actually means there's millions of people watching, which is brilliant. He was wearing black baggy pants, a black MCR t-shirt, and a black dye. Get it? Instead of tie, because I'm gothic. No, dye instead of tie just means that you really like board games. And I don't know where was he like wearing the dye on a string round his naked chest. I don't know. All over it, a black leather mini, black high-held boots, and a crossed belly thing. I mean, your guess is as good as mine at this point. My hair was all up in a messy, really high bun like Amy Lee in Gong Under. And then email me. Then in brackets, email me if you want to see the pic. Can I not just Google it? I'm going to Google it. Amy Lee in Gong Under. All right, it's coming up with Going Under, so all right, you know, yeah, she's quite hot. My phone is a disgrace. I'm just realising that now as it's catching the sun. But yeah, it's fine. I'd hit that. Not now that I have a girlfriend, obviously, but you know. Okay, so that's what her hair was like. The picture didn't really show the hair, but never mind. Accuse me? No, hang on. Oh, it's meant to be excuse. Oh, it's not like her to get it wrong. Accuse me? What about me? I growled. But, he grunted. You fucking bastard, I moaned. Oh, you fucking bastard. No, wait, it's not what it fucking looks like, he shouted. But it was too late. I knew what I heard. What had she heard? Literally all she'd heard is, no one fucking understands me. Okay, I ran to the bathroom angrily, cring. That's like tring. Draco banged. I'm literally just pandering to the one viewer I know is actually going to be watching all of this. Draco banged on the door. I whipped and wept. See, saying it out loud, it actually sounds right, but it's spelt wept. WHEPPED. Well, as my bloody eyeliner streamed down my cheeks and made cool tears down my feces. Oh, fucking hell. I know it's meant to be face, but honestly, like Benji in the video for girls and boys, I'm not going to look that one up because I don't really want to see tears down feces. Whipped and wept could be my Edinburgh show. Yeah, I mean, let's see what happens, shall we? I took out a cigarette and started to smoke pot. Weirdly, smoke pot is in lowercase and the rest of it is in uppercase. Suddenly, Hagrid came. He had apparated. You gave me a fucking shock, I shouted angrily, dropping my pot. Oh no, that's such a waste. I mean, WTF do you think you're doing in that girl's room? Only it wasn't just Hagrid. Someone else was with him too. Is it Dumbledore? It was. For a second I wanted it to be Tom Ridd or maybe Draco. But it was Dumbledore. Yeah, I mean, at least we didn't have, but it was ... Dumbledore. It's not the end of a chapter. Why would you have that reveal? Yeah, let's see. I'm sure whatever the actual cliffhanger is going to be a lot more interesting. Hey, I need to ask you a question, he said. This is Dumbledore, remember? Pulling out his black wannabe Gothic purse. What are you wearing to the concert? Oh, Dumbledore, you U-Tree candidate, you. You know who MCR are, I gasped. No, I just saw there was a concert that a lot of goths and punks were going to, he said. Anyway, Draco has a surprise for you. So Dumbledore is now just doing, like, errands for Draco Malfoy, presumably in order to try and make himself popular. But how can he be popular when he doesn't even know what MCR is? You know, like I didn't when I started doing this. I like to think I'm going to be, like, just one of the Gothics by the end of this. It could happen. I don't know how long I'm going to keep going for, because the constant talking actually makes my throat quite sore, but I've just had some water. Let's plough on through to chapter 20. Ideally, I'd like to get to the end of chapter 22, so that we are halfway through the story, but we'll see. So, chapter 20. Author's note. I said I do not care what you think. I said I don't care what you think. Stop flaming OK Preps. Stop flaming OK Preps. 1, thanks to Raven for the help. Oh yeah, BTW, I'll be on vacation in Transylvania. No, you won't. No, you won't. Not unless, like, Transylvania is a caravan park, like 20 miles from your home, if that. For the next 3 days, so do not expect updates. That's the benefit, obviously, of this, you know, of doing it all in one go, that I don't have to wait. You have to wait, because, you know, I'm not doing them in any sort of timely manner. But now I'm doing this live stream, you don't have to wait, although you will, because if I just keep, like, procrastinating like this and going, yeah, so, anyway, carrying on. All day I wondered what the surprise was. Meanwhile, I pot on a black leather mini... Well, you've not got the pot because you dropped the pot all over the bathroom floor. A black corset with purple lace stuff all over it and black Gothic compact boots. It's all the same shit every day. You've got one outfit, basically, and you keep describing it. And it's starting to drive me insane. MCR were going to that concert again. No, going to do the concert. I'm sorry, I added in shit grammar this time. Since Voldemort had taken over the last one. I slit my wrists while I moshed to MCR in my bedroom all night, feeling excited. So this is an excited slitting of your wrists, not like before when it was angry or sad or just indifferent. She's actually excited. Suddenly, someone knocked on the door while I was trying on some black clothes and moshing for "Thank you to da venom." Is thank you for da venom? Okay, I don't know where I got "to" from, but let's face it, it's not much different to what she's written there. I got all mad and turned it off, but sacredly I hopped in. How do you sacredly hop? Is that like or does it involve holy water or something? We'll never know, because she sacredly hopped inside that it was Draco, so we could do it again. She still doesn't know what, but whatever you think it is she's going to do, she's sure as hell going to do it. What the fucking hell are you doing? I shouted angrily. It was Lupin, oh God. Are you going to come rape me or what? I yelled. Just, yeah, come on. Look, if we're doing this, I probably shouldn't point that out because, you know, what's gone on there. I don't think you should be able to get a wrist on without it really hurting. So, yeah, sorry, whoever's just joined, though, and unless it's Tom, you've come in at a really weird time because Lupin's just turned up and he's a sexual predator in this, apparently. I was allowed to say that because Dumbledore had told us all to be careful around Hem and Snap since he was a pedo. No, acts helly, and then get it, hell. I mean, she's turning into Pliny from the Fist of Fun this morning with Richard Not Judy things. So it's just like turning everything into an egg pun. Some really convoluted Gothic puns. Can I please borrow some condemns? He growled angrily. Oh, sorry. Can I please borrow some condemns? He growled angrily. Oh. And her response is, "Yeah, so you can fuck your 6-year-old girlfriend, huh?" I shouted sarcastically. Is that really sarcastic? Fucker, he said, going away. I mean, Lupin's a monster. I mean, but surely he'd come prepared. Well, anyway, I put on some black eyeshadow, black eyeliner, and some black lipstick and white foundation. Then I went. Different from coming. She didn't came this time. She went. Then I gasped. ... Snake and Lupin were in the middle of the empty hall, and Dobby was watching. Oh, fucking hell. Dobby was watching. Oh my god, you ludicrous idiot. She spelt ludicrous as in the artist Ludacris, which I believe is a thing. They both shooted angrily when they saw me, using the gun that Voldemort gave them, no doubt. Dobby ran away crying. They got up, though. Normally, I would have been turned on. Brackets, I love seeing guys do it. Do what? You know what. But both of them were fucking preps. Literally, because, I mean, they are each preps, so they were both fucking a prep. Yeah. Oh yeah, BTW, Snake is moved to Gryffindor now. So, okay, if you're Snake, then if you're shit, then you go to Gryffindor, and if you're Gothic, then you go to Slytherin. That's how things work. What the fuck? Is that why you wanted condoms? I asked sadistically. And then in brackets, see, I spelled that. Yeah, you didn't spelled all that correctly, but I'll give you sadistically. Only you wouldn't give them to me, Lumpkin shouted angrily. Isn't that like the postman from the Fantastic Four? Like Willie Lumpkin or something. And then she says, well, you should have told me, I replied. Yeah, you still would have said no, because he's a fucking prep. So, you dimwit. Snake began to shoot angrily. Like, Lupin's done his job. Snake's just shooting everywhere, angrily. And then I took out my black camera and took a pic of them. You could see that they were naked and everything. Well, excuse me, they both shouted angrily. What was that all about? It was to blackmail you, I snarked. So now, next time you see me doing it with my boyfriend, you can fucking rat me out. Oh, you can't fucking rat me out. Or I'll show this to Dumbledore. Yeah, but Dumbledore knows that you've done it with your boyfriend. He turned up and said motherfuckers, remember? Because he had a headache. So fuck off, you bastards. I started to run. They chased me, but I threw my wound at them. Fucking hell. Just like, woo! Yeah, must be a wizard thing. Or a vampire thing. I threw my wound at them, and they tripped over it. Well, anyway, I went outside, and there was Vampire, looking extremely fucking hot. Well, he is a bi guy, so, you know, a dead bi guy, but he's a bi guy. WTF, where'd Draco? I asked him. Oh, he's been a fucking bastard. He told me he wouldn't come, Vampire said, shaking his head. You want to come with me to the concert? Then, ... he showed me his flying car. Because, I mean, why wouldn't he have one? He's had such good experiences with flying cars in the past. I gasped. It was a black car. Well, obviously, because Gothic, get it? See, I'm just starting to put them in myself now, because I'm just seeing all of her clever Gothic jokes. He said his dog father... Actually, I mean, in fairness, is dog father Sirius Black? Dog father kind of works. I'm assuming it's an unintentional joke. But, you know, he was the whole... No, Lupin was the wolf. No, yes, Sirius Black was a dog. Yeah, very, very clever. Very clever. You said the first thing in this entire story, we're up to chapter 20, that I found has got any merit, and it was probably a fucking accident. The license plate on the front said MCR 666 on it, and there were dice in the mirror. If anything, I could say this flying car was rare. No, but the one on the back said Enderby on it. I gasped. I didn't gasp. Nothing surprising me about this anymore. We flew to the concert. Actually, the bit where Dobby was watching Snap and Lupin fuck. That surprised me. We flew to the concert hall. MCR were there, playing. Vampire and I began to make out, moshing to the music. I gasped, looking at the band. I almost had an orgasm. Time and a place. I mean, Gerard was so fucking hot. He began to sing Helena, and his Sex Our Beautiful voice began to fill the hall. And then I heard some crying. I turned and I saw Draco crying in a corner. My voice is going a bit, so let's look up Helena while... Yeah, let's just take a bit of a song break. I'll listen to a bit of Helena, but hopefully not enough to get this banned.
We interrupt your video to bring you important breaking hunger news.
This is a catchy song.
Sensational footage just in from Manchester.
I'm enjoying this. Sensational footage just in from Manchester. That's a dodgy thing to say.
The new Snickers hunger bar, effective against
all it's an ad.
Behavior. You know who they are. Save your friends and call them out with a new
It's like a
Snickers
1 minute unskippable ad. So, okay, here's Helena. I mean, anyway, so that's the song that Draco was crying to. Yeah, it's not for me, if I'm honest. Sorry, folks. I know there's a lot of My Chemical Romance fans watching this, but hey. Chapter 21. Author's note. Fuck you, okay? Now we're getting down to it. It's not even stop flaming anymore. It's just, oh, fuck you. You fucking suck. It's not my fault if it's spelled wrong, okay? Because that bitch Raven, we're back to not being friends again. Cause that bitch Raven, cause it fuck you preps. That's a sentence. One, whoops, soz Raven, thanks for the help. You could have just got rid of the first bit. Then you wouldn't need the second bit. BTW, Transylvania rocks rad. I even got to go to the castle where Dracula was filmed. Right, no, I'm not having this. I doubt Dracula was ever filmed in Transylvania. I'm looking this up. Right, Dracula filmed in Whitby, Dracula filmed in Northern Ireland, Dracula filmed in Livervaddy. Dracula filmed in Transylvania. There was Dracula live from Transylvania, the 1989 documentary. So it could have been there. Famous film locations in Romania. Let's have a look. Because I just feel like very little was filmed there. Not only Dracula, blah blah blah. Hatfields and McCoys was filmed in Transylvania. Still no sign of Dracula, though. I'm just going to assume she's talking shit. Will you let me do that? I think that's fair. Don't you? Anyway, XXX666XXX. Later, we all went into Skull. This is what she calls school, 'cause she's gothic. Draco was crying in the common room. Draco, are you okay? I asked in a gothic voice. No, I'm not, you fucking bitch. I mean, that's pretty much everything that Draco Malfoy says. You fucking bitch, I misunderstood. Fuck you, you bitch. Fuck off. I'm Draco Malfoy. Word. He shouted angrily. He stated to run out of the place in a suicidal way. I stated to cry, because I was afraid he would commit suicide. I mean, he's already done it once and he got better, so... It's okay, Enderby, said Vampire comfortably. I'll make him feel better. You mean you'll go fuck him, won't you? I shouted angrily. I mean, she's the master of escalation. Then I ran to get Draco. Vampire came too. And then he came after us. Yeah. Draco, please come. He began to cry. Tears of blood came down his pale face. I was so turned on because I love sensitive bi guys, as we've already discussed. And, you know, tears of blood, how much more sensitive can you get? Not much more sensitive. And then in brackets, if you're a homophone, then fuck off. And then, ... we heard some footsteps. I bet it was Dumbledore, wasn't it? Vampire got out his black invincibility coke. Just like down there, just like... I'm being invisible, with my Diet Coke, my invisibility coke. Yeah, nobody's watching. It's fine. We both got under it. We saw the janitor, Mr. Norris, there. Wasn't Mr. Norris the cat? I'm pretty sure Mr. Norris was the cat. It was Filch, who was the janitor, shouting angrily with a flashlight in his hand. Who's there? He shouted angrily. We saw Filth come. He went under that invisibility cloak and started to meow that, okay, so Mr. Norris and Filth have had a brain swap from what we saw in the films. Either that or she does not know which is which. Is anyone there? Yelled Mr. Norris. No, fuck you, you preppy little poser son of a fucking bitch. I mean, that's blown your cover, Vampire said under his breast. Fuck you, you proper little poser son of a fucking bitch. Yeah, it sort of works. Excuse me, who said that? Yelled Mr. Norris. Or, as they heard it, then he heard Filch meow. Filth is anyone under the cloak? He asked. Filth nodded, and then ... Vampire Frenched me. That's not appropriate, Harry. I don't know who's taught you, like... Oh, it's the Dursleys. No, fair enough. He did it just as ... Mr. Norris was taking off the cloak. What the... he yelled, but it was too late, because we were now ruining away from him. Yeah, this is all ruined away. And then we saw Draco crying and busting into tears and slitting his wrists outside of the school. Shooting some b-ball, acting all cool. Yeah, it's the second time I've done that joke, but she keeps saying lines that sound a bit like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Draco, I cried. Are you okay? I guess, though. Draco wept. We went back to our coffins, Frenching each other. Vampire's just looking on going, I'm cool with this. Yeah. Draco and I decided to watch Lake Placid. And then in brackets, C, isn't that depressing? Yeah, I'll agree with that. Lake Placid, as I remember, was quite depressing. On the gothic red bed together. Red, not black? What's going on? As I was about to put in the video, my eyes rolled up. And suddenly, I had a vision of something that was happening now. There was a knock on the door, and Fug and the Ministry of Magic walked into the school. 1. I mean, there's a lot going on there. There's a lot of Frenching. going on. I mean, again, I doubt she's any better at Frenching than she is at the you-know-what in the Thing. But it's all very exciting. And, you know, Mr. Filch and Mr. Norris and... No, sorry, Filth and Mr. Norris. Yeah. I'm going to do one more chapter and then we're going to call it a day. And I say we. It's just me, but you'll all be watching on the YouTubes, you know, afterwards. I mean, it'll only be Richard Watts getting this far, so... Hey, I'm Tom Mayhew. Because I think he was on, then he went, and he'll be back. You know, they all come back eventually. Anyway, chapter 22, halfway through the story. Author's note: STFU. That's an acronym for shut the fuck up. Preps stop flaming. Okay, look. Nobody's gonna... I'm not going to finish the book today, Tom. It's lovely that you're still watching, but I'm not going to do it today. Yes, there are just 22 left to read. I mean, if people haven't stopped flaming by this point, they just accept it. They're never going to stop flaming. Unless you write something that isn't shit. If you do not like it, then fuck off. I know it's Mr. Norris. It's Raven's fault. Okay, bloody Raven. Fucking Raven. 11, you suck. 1, no, just kidding, Raven. You fucking rop. Prep suck. 1. XX66XX. All day everyone talked about the misery of magic. Again, I'd like to think that's quite a clever pun. It's not. Well, anyway, I woke up in... All day everyone talked about the misery of magic. Well, anyway, I woke up the next day. So, how do you know? How do you know everyone talked about it? Why are we just glossing over their arrival? I was in my coffin, so I opened the door. I was wearing black lacy leather pyjamas. How does that even work? Lacy leather pyjamas. Then I gasped. Standing in front of me were Bloody Mary, Vampire, Diablo... I can't even remember who Diablo is at this point. Draco, Dracula, and Willow. I opened my crimson eyes. So, you hadn't opened them before? How do you even know they're there? So you opened your... Oh, none of that makes sense. Willow was wearing a tight black leather top with pictures of bloody roses all over it. Under that, she wore a black puffy skirt. I mean, who's the real homophone here? With lace on it and black gothic boots that was attached to the top. Vampire was wearing a baggy Simple Plan t-shirt and black baggy pants and... oh, God, this is doing everyone. Draco was wearing a black MCR t-shirt and black jeans and a leather jacket. He looked just like Gerard Way and almost as fucking sexy. Vampire looked like Joel Madden. That's it. That's all that Harry gets. The most important character in the Harry Potter books. Vampire looked like Joel Madden. Bloody Mary was wearing a tight black poofy gothic dress that she had ripped so it showed all of her cleavage, with a white apron that said Bic and some other swear words and MCR lyrics and what on it, kind of like one dress I'd seen Amy Lee wear once. Darkness, who is Jenny, was there too. Who's Jenny? She was It's not over yet. She was weaving a ripped black gothic dress with ripped stuff all over it and a lace-up top thing and black pointy boots. So were Crab and Goyle. They've just turned up. It turns out that Darkness, Diablo, Crab and Goyle's dad was a vampire. So hang on, are Darkness and Diablo Crab and Goyle? I do not understand. He committed suicide by slitting his wrists with a razor. Something that sometimes kills you. And sometimes in this book it's just a recreational activity. Who knows? Oh, God. He had raped them and stuff before too. Just throw that one in there, because it's not grim enough already. They all got so depressed that they became gothic and converted to they converted to Stanism. OMFG, I yielded as I jumped. OMFG, I yielded. I mean, put the thesaurus away until you know how to use it. Why the fuck are you all here? Enderby, something is really fucked up, Draco said. That is the first true thing anyone has said in this entire story. Okay, but I need to put my fucking clothes on first, I shouted angrily. You've got clothes, you've got your black lace leather pyjamas. It's alright, we have to go now, and you look kawaii anyway. You're so fucking beautiful, Draco said in a sexy voice. Can you really say kawaii in a sexy voice? Oh, alright, I said smiling, but you have to tell me why you're being all erective. Probably because she's in the black lace leather pyjamas thing. I will, he said. So I put on some black eyeliner, black lipstick and red eyeshadow and white foundation. Then I came. We all went outside the great hall and looked in from a window. I don't think you can do that, Dave. A fucking prep called Brittany from Gryffindor was standing next to us. She was wearing a pink mini and a Hilary Duff t-shirt, so we killed her. No, so we put up our middle fingers at her. That's more like it. Inside the Great Hall, we could see Dumbledore. Cornelia Fudged was there shouting at Dumbledore. Doris Rumbridge was there too. This cannot be, she shouted angrily. The school must be closed. The Bark Lord is planning to kill the students, yelled Cornelia Fudge. Oh, the Bark Lord. I'm just getting like Mr. Peanut Butter from BoJack Horseman wearing a big black cloak. You are not fit to be the principal any longer, like he ever was, yelled Rumbridge. You are too old, and your Alzheimer's is dangerous. Oh. You must retry, or Voldemort will kill your students. Very well, Dumbledore said angrily. But we cannot do this. We can't close the school. Why? There is only one person who is capable of killing Voldemort. Harry Potter. Yeah, Harry Potter. He's good at that. And she is in the school. And her name is... ... Who could it be? Who could it possibly be? ... Enemy Darkness Dementia Raven Way. Still can't spell her own name, but hey. Draco, Crabbe, Goyle, Darkness, Willow, Vampire and Bloody Mary looked at each other. I gasped. And that is where we're ending it. Thank you to anyone who's watched this whole thing. Nobody's watched it all. I think Tom's watched it all live, even though if it tells me there's nobody listening or watching. Thank you to anyone who watched the whole thing on catch up. I might do more of these. I might promote them better so that I have more than one invisible person watching. Who knows? It could happen. But until then, that's been fun. My voice is shot to fuck. I just got really sore throat at this point. So I will see you on the next chapter, whenever that is. But we're halfway through now. Halfway through. Bye.